Toastmaster. Actually, my real saying is clean mind, clean body, take your pick. I'm evaluating Dennis's icebreaker speech. The purpose of an icebreaker speech is to overcome whatever nervousness there might be in getting up to speak for the first time, and to introduce a relatively new Toastmaster to the club. As a teacher, you've obviously done a lot of speaking, and so overcoming nervousness I don't think was an issue, and you demonstrated that quite effectively. I like the way that you introduced us to the club. There are a lot of different structures for an icebreaker speech, just as there are many different structures for a speech in general. You chose a narrative structure, so you started talking about things that happened when you were younger and just took us along this wonderful journey. I'm trying to remember the name for it. But it begins with a P, but I forget. It's the one where, sorry. Yeah. Anyway, so you began quite effectively with a saying and then a commentary about that saying, that all of which title into the title of your speech, What You Want. A wonderful title because it's illustrative of what you're going to talk about, and yet ambiguous enough so that we really are wondering what you're going to talk about. Again, with the narrative structure, you began with several different false starts on things. First starting by rebelling against the business and going into psychology and philosophy and other things, and then going into the army, and then telling your wife about it. You used humor effectively there, and then through DLI and German and teaching, and it was just this wonderful journey that all of which combined to illustrate the point. You used the visual aid very effectively because it had the speech title expanded. Again, and the different colors, very effective. And at the end, I have the sense that the journey is continuing. So that was just a wonder. And you ended with a quote from Thoreau, one of my favorite quotes. And so that the two quotes at the beginning and at the end were just a very nice bookend to the speech. Now, since you are a more experienced speaker than someone normally giving an icebreaker, I'm going to give a few more suggestions, and there really aren't that many that could be given for this speech. The first had to do with time management. You evidently had more than you could say in that time, and you flipped through it and you commented on that. So when that happens, don't comment on it, because we wouldn't have known whether it was happening. The second, I think it would have been effective if you had set up the visual beforehand. You had to take some time at the beginning. So use something to set it up beforehand. And finally, just when you were speaking, there tended to be a little bit of rocking, just back and forth. So just watch that. But overall, you knocked this one out of the park. You told us about yourself. You have just so many wonderful qualities in your voice, in your use of humor, and especially your use of pauses. That was one of my favorite parts. So I look forward to many more.